Hello and welcome to another day in the Milky Way. I'm glad you could join us tonight. We got this good thing going on. We're going to talk about John James Audubon. And by gosh, that's off. Probably hearing all that extra noise. But anyway, we're going to talk about John James Audubon and about a little bit about how he made his paintings, a little bit about who he was and things like that. So we're going to get right into that. I hope you are all enjoying these little shorts. And tonight we're going to be reading from this little book here. This is the 100 Things You're Not Supposed to Know. And we're going to talk about James Audubon, number 65 in the book. He made it. Things you're not supposed to know. And we're going to go to this here. I'm going to share my screen with you as I get going. And we're going to go here. And this is the man we're talking about. John James Audubon. Hey, he lived way back in the early 1700s, the early 1800s there. He and we got some more pictures of him in his older days. There's the same as my black screen. There you go. Let's start him out as a young man. This is him. Okay, one of America's greatest naturalists, John James Audubon, painted highly realistic portraits of practically every type of bird in North America. The self-taught artist resulting 4-volume collection of life-size paintings, The Birds of America, 1827 to 1838. It is regarded that both an artistic and ornithological masterpiece, and reproductions of his work are still brightening the walls around the world. But exactly how did Audubon was able to capture our feathered friend's likeness so completely is usually glossed over. The Encyclopedia Britannica fails to even broach the subject. The Audubon Society page of their namesake mentions that he loved to hunt, but the connection is never made explicit. As you notice, he's always pictured with this gun. He's got his faithful dog, his gun, his horse, and his helper in the background, as you can see. You can learn a lot about pictures, you know. We're learning here that he used a black powder rifle. He had horses. He had a guy serving him. He also had, let's see, this here, it would be an English saddle. Anyway, there you go. He loved to hunt. Actually, he loved to hunt animals. Okay, Audubon shot all of the birds he painted. Can you believe that? He shot all these birds. And then here's his books, or his things. Audubon's Birds of America. Popular edition. John James Audubon, Animals. There you go. There's his animals. He didn't only paint birds, he painted animals, period. There you go. Here's a nice bird he painted. And as you can see in the background, I wonder who this guy is back here. Look at that. Ain't that curious? You know, these artists are always hiding something in these photos. Audubon shot all the birds he painted. He then used wires to pose the corpses of these hawks, falcons, partridges, sparrows, woodpeckers, buffaloes. Oh, there's him on the thing if you didn't see that first one. There's bears. Oh, there's some. And there we go. Okay. Before putting and other winged creatures, before putting brush to canvas. In one diary entry, he writes about sneaking up on a large group of sleeping pelicans and blasting 2 of them. Before the gun jammed and then awakening the survivors took off, he was disappointed that he didn't get to kill them all. And then when hunting snoozing avians in the wild was too much trouble, he resorted to other methods. Yes, other methods. What would be other methods? And then the hunting, okay, he resorted to other methods. He once bought a caged eagle, liked it, and captured its likeness. Could this be the eagle that he captured the likeness of? One of Audubon's biographers, Duff Hart Davis, reveals the rarer the bird, the more eagerly he pursued it, never apparently worrying that by killing it, he might hasten the extinction of its kind. Ooh, that's a pretty one there. Over 1,000 individual birds appeared in Audubon's paintings, but we know that the body count is much higher. He didn't feel some kills were worthy of being painted. Others were put on canvas, but the artist was dissatisfied with his work and never displayed it. In other cases, he had already painted a specific type of bird, but then found an intriguing individual variation, so he just had to blow it away. Ooh, that's a pretty one too. Look at that. He once wrote, "I call birds few when I shoot less than 100 per day." Wow. He killed over 100 birds a day. Jeez. He sure did paint some nice pictures. There's a nice owl. Sparrow falcon. I suppose this was kind of the first of its kind back in the day, painting birds and animals. And as the West was opening up, he went out there and captured the likenesses of all these critters before they disappeared, and then brought them back to the Eastern folks and the Europeans. And I suppose they wanted to go out and shoot their own birds. Ooh, that's a cool looking bird. I don't know what that is, but it is a cool one. Ooh, there's a passenger pigeon. And I'm sure he shot plenty of those. There was plenty of them, and now they are extinct. That's what a female and a male look like. And now there's no more. This is American magpie. Don't know what these are. Oh, those are woodpeckers of some sort. Red-headed woodpecker, I assume. There's a hawk chasing after a rabbit. You can always see so much in these pictures. You may imagine how he detailed these birds, but then he detailed the background even more. Look at, there was somebody cutting some logs and a house, pile of straw. Yeah, you can find out a lot about the days of the past. Pile-billed duck chick, something like that. Here's another one. Red-headed glider. Pretty bird. This is probably a fox of some sort. Here's American abricot. It looks like a blue jay. American blue jay. Here's a pelican. An Arctic vern. That looks like a swan or a goose of some sort. Look at the big bill on that bird. And as you can see in the background, look at all the houses, the detail in the back of where he was. You could almost picture it. Where was he at this point? Interesting. There's a cool bird. Look at its beak. It's flat beak. Here's I know what that is. That's a flamingo. There's an owl. There you go. There's your owl. That's a good old American turkey. And let's see, they even detailed it with the chicks. And there's the tom and the hen. You can see the little chicks in the way down here. There's some more chicks. There's parrots. I have parrots. This is a water bird of some sort. You can see. It looks like a lobster of some sort on the side. There we go back to the fern. Pelican. I got some doubles here. But there we go. Anyway, well, I hope you all enjoyed that. That was a little bit switch from the past about how people, they didn't have the internet or cameras, so they had to go out and draw those birds. And I imagine, we need to take a look at that and wonder about, and admire the courage he had to go out into the wilderness and actually, sit there and draw these things. The harshness of the Indians and stuff being out there in the 1800s. But he did what he did, and it was pretty good. You know, he didn't realize that these birds were going to go extinct, I imagine. The passenger pigeon, there was millions and millions of them. They would go over the sky and actually blacken out the sky, thicker than the clouds. But now there's zero because too many people decided to shoot them. That's another story in itself. We should do one of these days, the passenger pigeon. Interesting story there. Anyway, don't want to take up too much of your time. Thank you for watching. Go out and look at some more of Audubon's pictures. They are really cool. It'll get you a sense of, what that bird really looks like. They are really pretty. Most of the birds out there are. So go out, have a great day. Remember, be the frequency you want to receive, everyone. Go out and make it a great day. Say hello to somebody. Put on a big smile and make somebody's day. Okay? Be the frequency you want to receive, everybody. Peace out, everybody. And there we go.